Hey everyone, we are now going to go into Module 20, which is about Facebook lookalikes. Neeraj, this is actually really important for the success of our ads and our campaigns.
Exactly.
So, can you tell me what is a Facebook lookalike and why is it so important?
Okay. So it is more like I will give you a real-time example. So I told you earlier that you have to keep your pixel strong. So your pixel must be having a fine data. So I told you an example of someone from India comes to the New York and they goes to some bad neighborhood or the good neighborhood.
Right.
So we are assuming now that they went to the good neighborhood
Right.
in New York. So what are the option if that guy wants to make more money, do more business? So what he will be doing, he will be asking the references from the fine neighborhood people.
Right.
So we believe that those people know more people who are in fine neighborhoods.
Okay.
We're not expecting that those people will be introducing that guy to the bad people. We are expecting they know more people who can be more beneficial. They are like them.
Absolutely.
So we usually like people like us and we hang out with them. It is the same way when Facebook has some data. Facebook gives us the facility to make lookalikes. So we have some sort of data. We can give that data to Facebook and ask Facebook to create lookalike.
Okay.
Means this is our data. Please give us lookalike data of same sort of people.
Okay.
So let's say we do have purchase data of maybe 500, we got 500 purchases. What you can do, you can make the lookalike on the Facebook on the purchases. Like lookalike, it can be like 1% lookalike is nowadays in the US it is 2 million people. So Facebook will try to make a subset of people which are as same as the original people we have given to
Right.
Facebook. So it will give us 2 million people to work on. That Facebook will say, okay, these are the 2 million people. You can try advertising to them.
Okay.
So Facebook, and it can make 2% lookalike, 3% lookalike, 4% lookalike, 5% up to 10, and maybe up to 20. So you can create the data sets, the audience sets, which are dependent upon your source. There is a source data, and from the source we make the lookalike.
Okay.
So there can be many lookalikes you can try. So for me, lookalike from the page likes.
Okay.
There is an audience which I do have like 70,000 something page likes. So I have not run the campaigns for the page like. So whoever have liked my page, they were potential buyer.
Okay.
They were not, I didn't run the campaign to get the page likes.
No, you ran the campaign to get sales.
Yes, and people eventually liked my page throughout that time. So those are the potential buyers. So I asked Facebook that make the lookalike of people who liked my page. So Facebook see the habits and the all the history of the Facebook algorithm will see all the history of that particular 70,000 people, and basis on that will create the lookalikes. So that is working well for me. But you can create almost unlimited number of lookalikes. So you can create lookalikes from that. You can download your data, purchase data, upload it in your Facebook audience,
Okay.
and name that audience something, and then create the lookalikes out of that. So you can even make an audience who have watched your video post 85% or more. You can create that audience, and basis on that audience you can create another lookalike. You can create lookalike on the basis of countries, like the lookalikes for the US, lookalikes for the Canada, for Australia, for New Zealand, for UK or Ireland or Scotland, wherever. So lookalikes are, I don't want to miss anything. So
Okay.
For the lookalikes, that's very important part for the scaling. So for the lookalike, you don't have to worry about when you are targeting. You don't have to worry about adding interest.
Okay.
If you want to add interest, that is fine. But if you just tell Facebook, okay, this is my lookalike audience, and just try to get more buyers from this. So
Okay.
Facebook usually is okay to find the buyers from that particular ad set,
Right.
at that particular audience.
Right.
So
you're taking your Facebook lookalikes from the people that actually like your page.
that's the one thing. So I work on people. I upload my customer list on the Facebook all the time to make an audience of my purchase.
Okay.
So I tell I get the lookalike from my purchases.
Okay.
And I actually do something else as well. I download my data, all purchases. I sort it by whoever spent more than $100 on my website.
Okay.
So I take that subset and I make audience of those people.
Which is smart because now you're targeting an audience that spends money.
Yes, that those are like, okay, let's spend money. Those people are more like that.
Right.
So I tell Facebook, now find people who are like, let's spend money.
Right.
So I make like audience from the high spender and lookalike from the high spender. So that is working fine for me as well.
Perfect.
So it'll be showing you whole steps how to make the lookalikes and how to make the lookalikes for people who have spent more money than others.
Perfect. Absolutely.
So you can I've written here that you can make like lookalike from the people who have spent more money on your store. You can make lookalike from the page likes. You can make lookalike from the people who have watched your video.
Right.
You can make lookalike from the people who have purchased. You can even make lookalike from the people who have done the add to cart on your store. You can make I make lookalike from the purchase list. So I upload the email addresses of them. So
Okay.
Facebook knows that this email address is associated with this particular person. So if I have uploaded maybe 70,000 people, so Facebook can do their work.
So
on
basically what you're doing is you're taking those leads and you're drilling them.
that. Exactly. So you have to tell Facebook, hey Facebook, this is my preference.
These are who I need you to get to.
Yes, and find more people like this.
Absolutely.
So that's what you do, and I work on all sort of all percentage of lookalikes, not just like 1% or 2%.
Right.
And when I target those, a lot of people, what they do it like 1% to 2%, 2% to 3%, 3% to 4%. I just make 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%. I mean, I'm not like going step by step. I make like I personally love the bigger ad sets,
Okay.
the bigger audience size. So for me, 1% is 2 million, 2% is 4 million, 3% is 6 million. And I don't, when I'm using like, let's say I'm using 5% lookalike. So I'm not, some people exclude when they are targeting the 5% lookalike, they exclude the 4% lookalike while targeting. They exclude that audience. I don't do that.
Okay.
I don't do that. I just let the Facebook do their work.
Do the work, right?
Yeah, so
Right.
I'm dependent on the Facebook on that.
And it's working.
Yeah, it's working.
And it's working.
Yeah, it's
That's
working.
that's the
And
beauty of it.
And it's working for more than a year.
So then
Yeah.
why change it?
Yeah,
Why
why
change
change-
it?
yep.
There's no reason to. Well, and that's going to take us into our next module, which is module 21, which is going to lead us into retargeting.
And that's very important. So I mean, if you're not doing retargeting, you are leaving a lot of money on the table.
Exactly. You're
And-
losing out on potential buyers.
And maybe you'll not be able to run your store successfully if you are not retargeting.
No, not at all.
Because the revenue you are leaving on the table, that is too much.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. So stay tuned.